Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews or our website. Email me at tmosso at thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing a model launched in 2006. This is a 2007 example of the Panerai Luminor 1950 Submersible PAM 243. 44 millimeters with the 1950 case in stainless steel. It is a mammoth machine, technically impressive and beautifully aged in all the right ways. As you can see, 44 millimeters, but 18.5 millimeters thick. This is a diving bell for your wrist. From lug to lug, 53.5 millimeters, so it's actually the same physical footprint as the standard 44 millimeter Luminor. The spacing between the lugs is 24 millimeters, and let's throw it on the wrist real quick. 16 centimeters circumference. You guys know my wrist. The watch is huge. Though it's not terribly broad, it's just thick. It's not going to fit underneath any kind of a cuff. But then again, you don't buy a Panerai Luminor Submersible to make it disappear under a sleeve. It feels secure and comfy, and I would actually say down to about 14.5, 15 centimeters circumference. You're going to wear this watch with the same security that I feel here. Let's take a look at the hardware and the software. The strap is a Panerai rubber strap with a little bellows system. There's a hollow on the underside to vent the wrist on a hot day. It's very well designed for sporting purposes. There is a 1970s style OP interlocking logo and a simple stainless steel satin finished pin buckle. Also note this is the Panerai Lug Release system that followed the screw bars. This allows you to depress the trigger on the bottom and simply push the retaining bar through. More secure than a spring bar and harder to mess up and disfigure than the screws. This is a wonderful system on the Panerai watches that have it, and this one does. You can see the timepiece. All of satin finish with the exception of the knurling of the bezel. The watch is designed beautifully with a 1,000 meter diving depth, a satin finished 1950 case, which is a little bit more elegant, graceful, contoured, and complex than the much loved but relatively squared off tuna can or Betterini case that debuted back in 1993. You have your helium escape valve for saturation divers. On the locking lever, you could see 1,000 meters, strutting its stuff, Panerai, never subtle. The locking lever, as ever, both a design and engineering icon. You know exactly what watch this is, even when I cover it up like that. That's how you know the watch is distinctive. The lever allows you to instantly unlock the crown, and you can see this is the post-2007 version of the locking lever with the little runner bearing inside the cam for smoother action. As soon as you unlock it, you're able to wind the watch, pull the crown. The watch features hacking seconds and a quick set date, and just as quickly you lock it and you achieve 1,000 meters water resistance. So this is a very smart system that's easy to use, as it makes it harder to wear out the crown seal. It also makes it easier to manipulate the crown with wet, sweaty, or gloved hands, and tougher to jump in the water with your crown unlocked, because that's hard to miss. The bezel is one of the best in the business. I always say the Luminor Submersibles have the best feeling and sounding dive bezel. Have a listen. What do you think? They are very chunky and loud, and I appreciate that. Line up the Pearl, as it's called, with the minute hand, and you have an impromptu 0 to 60 minute timer. I actually find dive bezels easier to read than chronographs. And delightfully, this is the original Tritium dial. Though 1998 was the phase-out year for Tritium on standard Panerai watches, the Submersibles continued to use Tritium right up to about 2005 in certain models, and this was one of them. The timepiece, in some cases, continued to use Tritium dials until even later. So this model right here is one of the latest examples of a Tritium dial I have ever seen. Now the timepiece includes applique indices. They're not printed, so this is a bit of an upscale dial. Matte black to resist glare. You can see it's a no-nonsense, and as I mentioned, you do have the hacking seconds and the quick set functions. It is a COSC chronometer certified movement known as caliber OP3. And so OP3 was a Valjoux 7750 with the chronograph elements removed. A tank-tough unidirectional winding, 8 beats per second, 42-hour power reserve, stop second, quick set date, 21 joules. It has the COSC chronometer certification, making it very, very tough indeed. Now the timepiece, of course, is an absolute leviathan of the deep. This is a watch you buy because you're into Panerai, you love the look, you want something that has the authenticity of an older Tritium dial Panerai because the Fotina grates on you, and you feel that the brand frankly sold its soul at least 10 years ago. All of that may be true, But no matter what, this watch communicates an essential quality of Panerai watches that continues to draw new fans even today. It's just damn cool. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this PAM 243.